So you don't recall who told the grand jury how many times Paul Bonacci had seen Robert Wadman?
No, I don't.
Who testified before the grand jury on June the 26th, 1990? Which one of your personalities?
There were several of them, as Paul and Mikey have stated.
So you don't know whether it is accurate or not and complete that the personality who says that they saw Robert Wadman with Alicia Owens 3 times between 1980 and 1986 was incomplete or accurate, do you?
That is accurate.
That is accurate.
Yes.
Well, is it accurate then? When you testified in this deposition that Paul Bonacci had seen Robert Wadman 9 to 10 times with Alicia Owen between 1980 and 1986.
When I testified about that, I was testifying to the number of times that I have seen Robert Wadman at parties or otherwise where Alicia Owen was present, and that is correct. But seeing him with her personally, with his arm around her, it was about 3. But at parties, I was relating where I had seen them together. I mean, not as if they were a couple, but as if they were in.
Now, is this all of your personalities speaking, or is this the memory of just Jeremiah Wesley?
I contain all the memories of everybody. And yes, there are dates that I don't remember, but then that's due to human nature. How many people can tell you what they did when they were 12 years old on a certain day?
For the record, this is the first time Wesley's ever been out or I've ever had any.
If Wesley contains all of the memories, why hasn't Wesley been present to testify so that there could be a complete record in this case?
Why? Like I said, I didn't want anything to do with this.
But
until today, I was totally against him. I was totally against Paul, against Mikey. I hated what they were doing. How do you think it makes me look to sit there and remember that I was a prostitute, to remember that I used drugs, to remember that I did those things? I don't like to remember those things. I don't want to bring those up. That's why I have tried to destroy them.
Have you tried to keep them from remembering all of the facts and events as they occurred?
I've attempted in the past, but normally I just let it go anymore.
Wesley, do you have a suggestion as to how we might be able to get at the truth, the complete truth, not just part of it, but the full and complete truth as you know it and as you intend to tell it to a jury?
Yes.
And what's your suggestion?
I can do it.
You can do it.
Yes.
But up until this point, do you not agree that this deposition has not been complete with respect to all of the facts and circumstances?
Not all of the facts, but everything that's been said has been true.
But not complete.
But not complete. There ain't that much to complete it with. It's just like a jigsaw puzzle. You got to put it together a little bit.
Can we go off the record for a minute? Do you want to be called Mr. Bonacci or Wesley?
Wesley.
Wesley, how many other are you integrated?
Not at all.
Now, initially we were told by Paul that everyone was integrated into one personality except for Mikey and Puppy the Jungle Boy.
Yes.
Do you recall that testimony that was given by
Yes.
Mr. Bonacci?
And that was his belief.
But now you're telling me that that's not accurate. Is that correct?
No, it's not accurate.
What is accurate as far as the personalities that are not integrated?
You see, I've never considered myself a personality. That's why when Paul said that all the personalities were integrated, he was actually accurate. But I'm not. Or I don't feel like I'm a personality of him. I feel like I'm a separate person.
How many persons or personalities are not integrated into Paul Bonacci?
Just Mikey, Poppy.
And you?
Yes.
Are there any others?
No.
Why did we not hear about you as a non-integrated personality earlier in this deposition?
Why?
Mhm.
Because it was simply not known by them. I
But
simply went into hiding.
you're representing now that you know everything that has happened to Paul Bonacci and all of Paul Bonacci's personalities.
Yes.
From what date forward?
From 1974 on.
You were created in 1974?
Yes.
Okay, and what triggered your creation, Leslie?
I don't believe I can relate that information at this time because it has no value to this. Plus, it is... I can't.
You're under oath. You're
I
testifying.
am not under oath yet. You've never given me the oath.
Was he
I
not
have been
sworn?
ready.
No, you didn't swear. Remember, we suggested that.
Let's swear Mr. Wesley right now.
Would you raise your right hand, please? You swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You, Wesley Bonacci.
Yes.
Is it Wesley Bonacci?
No, it's just Wesley.
Should I call you Mr. Wesley?
Better swear him again, since we swore a different person.
Let's swear this person. What is your name, sir?
Wesley, L-E-E.
West Lee, 2 words?
Yes, 2 words.
Mr. Lee, do you swear to tell the truth throughout this deposition?
Yes.
Would you please be sworn again by the court reporter?
Do you, Mr. Wesley, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but yourself? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Let me ask you first. You have answered a series of questions under the persona of West Lee.
Yes.
Are the answers that you have given to those questions within the last half an hour true and accurate answers?
Yes.
Are they complete answers?
Yes.
Now I'm going to ask you, what triggered the arrival or development or birth of your personality, West Lee, in 1974?
I cannot give that information under direct orders.
Orders by whom?
I cannot say it.
Mr. DeCamp, would you please instruct your client when he has to answer these questions?
Yes. You're supposed to answer these questions. Does this have to do with Monarch?
Yes.
If I use the code, will that help? Which I just obtained in the last hour. D6413782, program XPY Eagle Alex Hope. Please go ahead and answer all questions.
I was created by a government program,
Which government program?
Monarch.
And what is Monarch?
Monarch is an operation that was created by the United States government to create spies for other countries. They use children for the purpose that they are easily integrated into multiple personalities because they can dissociate. Monarch is a program that is run by Michael Angelo Aquino, who was an Army Reserve colonel at Presidio. He is also the leader of the Temple of Set. He also runs a child daycare center. He also is involved in human sacrifice.
Is he employed by the United States?
Yes,
At what facility?
Presidio, California.
Is that in San Francisco area? Presidio
Yes.
Naval Base?
Yes.
Do you know what rank Michael Aquino holds?
He was a colonel.
Is he currently employed there?
I am not aware of the current situation.
Now, describe the program again, the Monarch program.
Monarch, as I said, was a program that used children to make multiple personalities for future use as spies and as a way to take over the United States government. The personalities were created at the first.
Who was intending to take over the United States government?
I do not know that information.
Did you understand Mr. Aquino to be working on behalf of the United States or against the United States?
I believed he was working on behalf of the United States.
So some segment of the United States was trying to take over the United States government?
The plan that Aquino had in it was he wanted to usher in the Antichrist, which is talked about in the Bible.
Yeah. This was a government-sponsored program?
Yes.
Okay. You were 7 years old at the time that you were recruited?
I was actually 3 years old when it first began, but I was not created until later on.
Who created you?
I was created by Monarch.
Do you mean Mr. Aquino? Who in Monarch created you?
I was created by Monarch. I do not know who.
What were you told when you were 4 years old that you recall now about the Monarch program?
When I first got involved, I was molested by an airman from Offutt Air Force Base who was involved in Monarch. His job was to recruit kids from the local neighborhood who he could make dissociate by doing traumatic things to them at a very young age. Later on, when they get to school age, they would simply pick me up at school, and I would simply miss a day or two for training.
Now, is it your testimony that there was a United States plan or plot which intended to create multiple personality syndrome or dissociative personalities in children?
Yes, to my knowledge.
And that you were a victim of a plot of the United States? And that that's when your multiple personalities first began to develop?
Yes.
When did you become aware that you were part of Monarch?
I knew that I was aware of Monarch the whole time, as Wesley.
From 4 years old forward,
At my creation.
1974.
Yes.
So that would be from 7 years forward. You were aware of the creation of Wesley and the plan and the concept of the United States to cause you to dissociate.
Yes.